Good evening. We are on the Citizens Corner. This is our very first episode. And we are in a time here in Zambia where so many things are going on. Besides our economy and the change of government and so much political turmoil, we are having an issue which is affecting the whole world. uh, the COVID 19 came at a position when we were all not ready. And then, right after we are about to recover, we now have the new wave called the new variant, which I'm sure we will discuss as the show goes on. Thank you so much. Welcome, my co host, Oliver Kampamba.
Thank you so much, comrade. It's good seeing you after a long time, and it's good
Yes,
that
yes.
we are doing our first show. This is and I'm sure
Yeah,
corner will
hello.
reach every sitting room, and we'll have good interaction. Yes.
Exactly, exactly. Yes. Can you give me your view on this new variant? I mean, what is this all about? I mean, I know we all don't really know what it really is, but what is your opinion of this new vaccine variant?
Yes.
We have a small connection there. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you can continue.
I'm sure
We
it's the
just
net.
got
It's the internet.
cut off.
It's the network
Yes,
challenge.
the internet. Yes.
Can you repeat the question?
The question was, I
Can
wanted to
you?
just hear what your view. I wanted to hear your view of the new variant, the what we would call maybe we could call it the
Okay.
COVID
So
2021. Go ahead.
just transcending in terms of the severity of the COVID-19, which was first reported in 2019, which I think that was somewhere in April. And from there, I think the experts in epidemiology and, of course, the health experts, they have graded and been recording the waves of which the virus has been hitting the corners of the earth. So, of course, we started with the COVID-19. Now, of course, there was the second wave, third wave that just ended um, mid this year, first quarter to
Hmm.
mid of this year. That was the third wave we're in. And of course, now we are in the fourth wave as reported. And of
Right.
course, the variant is now reported to have mutated. And this is, I think, because of reinfections and the other reasons. The scientists would explain better if I were in my position. And of course, they are calling it
Yeah.
Omicron, which is a variant of the COVID as in building from the COVID-19. So as in Zambia, I think we are still red flagged, and I think from Lusaka and Kitwe, Ndola, of course, big cities, a few cases have been reported here and there.
Okay. Um. The main.
People now, they are very much conscious and aware that COVID is a
Right. I hear we just got a report that is supposed to have been
yes.
four cases
Are you
reported. Are you there, comrade?
Yes, I'm here. The network is a challenge, a bit of a
Okay.
challenge, but I'm getting you.
Yes. What I was saying was, I hear we had four cases reported Was it yesterday or today?
Okay, so the thing is this. We are now getting cases, even today, in the early hours of today, at a certain hospital in Kitwe. I think 5 cases have been reported of COVID. Now, I don't think we have the I don't think we have the reagents, or rather the capacity to isolate the kind of the variants that we have in Zambia. So reportedly, of course, it will be reported as, because we are still using the same test kits. We are still using the same procedure to test the cases, the positive cases. So we don't know whether it is Omicron or it is still the COVID-19, which was hitting the, I mean which was hitting us. So reported, yes, but we don't know, is it Omicron? Because we haven't yet isolated the variants type as of Zambia, because the first variant to be reported as being Omicron was in South Africa. So we don't know if we have the kit yet in Zambia to isolate the type of the COVID that we.
Okay, yeah, that's actually that's actually accurate in the sense that it seems whoever is found with the COVID, they are reporting it as part of the new, is it Omicron or the new variant that has come? Yeah.
Yes.
What I wanted us to just discuss briefly is about the issue of the vaccine. We are here in Zambia. They've said that everyone needs to take the vaccine, otherwise certain privileges will be taken from them. What do you say about that?
Oh yeah, that's a big topic now, and you see, Zambia is there. It prescribes all the human rights, freedoms, and choices. So each individual has got their own right to choose. They have got their own right to choose, and the right of choice, of course. So I think this is an abrogation against individual human rights of choice and of belonging. And of course, the issues of religion come in, and culture, because all that is prescribed in the human rights that we enjoy. Each individual enjoys their own human rights as an individual. So that was, I think, an offside statement by the Minister of Finance. You see, we are now living in a civilized society. People know their rights. So this is why that statement raised an outcry, and it raised so much dust, and people did not agree to that. In as much as we agree that COVID-19 actually has claimed so many lives, not only lives that are reported, but lives of our loved ones, beloved ones that we have seen and grew up with. So everyone knows how serious this infection is, and so that was a wrong statement by the Minister of Health, which I'm very much sure that she retrieved that statement. She retracted, rather, the statement that she made.
Yes, because you know, the citizens were made to assume that the government was actually considering the health of its people, on the assumption that taking the vaccine will protect or in a way guard people from being infected. But we all know that the vaccines are also still on an experimental basis, and also they do not cure, neither do they defend the body from the disease. Am I right in saying that?
You see, any vaccine, any kind of vaccine is not a prophylaxis. A prophylaxis, it is a pre-treatment, or rather infection, like I think they are called an attenuated disease, whereby it is reduced in the severity or capacity, or its seriousness in its form, and then it is injected in your body with the sense of just triggering your white blood cells to react at a lesser serious condition in the body, so that those white blood cells create what is called active immunity in the body. So that active immunity, when it's created in the body by the white blood cells, when the actual infection comes to attack you, there will be already registered white blood cells in the body, which is going to fight that infection. So this is the chemistry or the biology behind any vaccine. So the vaccine should not be mistaken for a cure or a treatment for COVID. No, that's why you see people who have been vaccinated, they are also getting infected with the virus, but the
That's right.
symptoms seem to be lesser than the one who is not vaccinated. So now here we're talking about other conspiracy theories that come in. Say, no, this is 666. This is this and that. I think, to be in all fairness and honesty, you see, Africa does not manufacture their own drugs. Even the panel that you are drinking, the Coartem that we are drinking, was not made by our labs. We just consume all the drugs. We've been consuming drugs from time immemorial. So I think if we are to be harmed as a continent, or to be killed, wiped out, I think we would have been wiped out a long time ago. So these conspiracy theories, I think, have different sections of people based on religion, based on different orientations and assumptions are made around the issue of vaccines.
Yes. Yeah.
So this does now limit ourselves and not develop our own medicines. We have educated professors, we have educated biomedics and biologists and all kind of learned people. I think we need to conduct our own research. Providing treats to our own people in Africa, and maybe the conspiracy theories that have been flying here and there, I think will be normal.
Yeah, thank you for that. We definitely in the age where we need to be independent in the medical field, in the sense that there needs to be that freedom for us to be able to find our own antidotes, or be able to find our own solution in these areas, because of the fact that in the past it's been so strict, in the sense that people have not been allowed to have the freedom to find cures or solutions to some of these pandemics that have plagued the world. So we need to come to that position where freedom is given to each country or continent to also be able to add to the solutions that are needed in order for us to be able to eradicate or remove these different pandemics that keep coming. Obviously, we respect the religions and all the different opinions that people have as in why we have the pandemic, but we need to still look at the fact that solutions are needed in order for us to move forward as a continent, and also be removed from the stigma of saying that we are a shallow continent that does not have knowledge or the basis or the intellect to be able to figure out solutions that can move us, our medical status, or let's just say our research, to a different level. Thank you so much. We've been on the Citizens Corner. I don't know if you have any last words for our audience before we end our show this evening.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for keeping with us, and just maybe one or two things to make mention that COVID COVID-19 is real, and of course we cannot easily outdo the effects. I mean, rather reverse the effects that COVID has brought in our communities. Of course, social effects, economic effects. You know, people's businesses have been closed down. We are talking of private schools together with government schools. And when we talk about private schools, we are talking about entrepreneurs who have owned schools, and it's true that they've been paying their workers. They have been living, and of course, it hasn't been easy because most of these entrepreneurs, like those who are running schools, those who are running restaurants, or running bars, drinking places, night enterprises, most of them are small startups, and they depend on hand to mouth. So you know, if their businesses are closed down like it has been, I think the economy has been running slow, and the unemployment rate has slightly gone up because teachers have been sent back home. That sister, that brother who's been working in a restaurant, she's been sent back home, and this has ripple effect of poverty and other social effects that come at play when people do not have money into their hands. Also, socially, we have been restricted in making movements, visiting our family members, meeting with our colleagues. All sort of social activities have been really affected negatively by COVID. So what can help us to really revert back to the normal life, realize that this COVID is real, and we become alert and obliged to the rules that have been set for us to reduce on the spread of the infection. Those who have been found to have COVID-19 positive in whichever state you are, the doctor's directives. Make sure you mask up if you're with your family. Make sure you're in isolation. Make sure you frequently wash your hands, and of course you adhere to the medicines that you are given. And of course, those who are not infected, make sure if you are in a public place, if that's where you work or you're just in town, mask up, and of course wash your hands regularly, and just avoid unnecessary movements. So in what we are socializing today, because the infection will not reach from point A to point B on its own. There must be someone, a carrier, who's going to carry that infection from point A to point B. And the carrier, it is us human beings. So we really need to be alert so that we do not even put a toll on the health workers, because already we have limited resources, limited equipment to use in the hospitals. We have limited space in the hospitals. So it is a call upon us as citizens to make sure that we do not burden the health sector. Already in other countries, when the infections were too high, I mean, people were dying in the corridors, on the waiting room, in the waiting rooms, and so forth, because the burden on the health personnel was too much. So it is us, you and me, who can make sure that we reduce on this burden by heeding to the 5 basic rules. Comrade, maybe you can remind us.
Sorry?
Basic rules. Me, I'm done my part. As you conclude, what are the 5 basic rules? 5 basic health rules.
I think you're asking the wrong person. Apart from the fact that we need to wash our hands and keep a safe distance, or
Yes,
I don't know whether it's arm's length or 1 meter apart.
yes,
Sorry?
mask.
Am I on the right track? How many
Masking
more?
up, that's 3.
Yes,
And the
we need
fourth
to
one
mask
is
up,
washing hands.
washing hands, and the social distancing. The social distancing we've already covered.
No, so the five basic rules. Okay, over to you.
Please, for the sake of the audience, please can you repeat them?
Over to you. All the five basic rules. Rule number one
Yes.
is always keep a 1 meter distance, or even more than that, when you are in the shopping mall, in the public place. Number mask up. Number three, wash your hands. And number four, and then number four, now
You forgotten number 4.
I forgot number 5.
Yeah, it's so we've already covered masking up, you've already covered the social distancing, you've already covered the washing of hands, and you have, hey, you have already covered the
Avoid crowded places. Avoid crowded places.
avoid
That's number 5.
crowded places. Yeah. Well, we need to keep reminding each other and everyone about the
Crowded places.
basic rules.
Crowded places. That's number 5.
Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate the audience, and also believe that you'll be joining us every week on the Citizens Corner. This has been Hans Kuzanga and my co-host Oliver Kampamba, and we are very excited for the future and what's coming up next. We'll be discussing community and developmental and political issues. We will also appreciate your comments and also your input as we grow as a show. Thank you so much for joining us.